Hey everyone, stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here with the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications for when we post videos, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, link are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you made money today, comment got paid. If you lost money today, comment learned a lesson. And if you could do me a favor, hit the like button. It really helps me out with the videos. Today, the market was crazy. I did get paid. I made about $100. Not glamorous today. I'll kind of show you my P&L. We'll kind of go over it. Overall, P&L day, we are up about $100 overall today. Not great, not ideal, but considering where we were, I mean, things were really rocky at open. I mean, SPY, it opened up around 301, came down to 298. We closed up at 304, totally unexpected. I mean, if we're looking at SPY right now, it's been defending this 300 area like its life depended on it. Yes, we have dropped below, but it is trying to save face. It's incredible. Every time it drops down, it just comes roaring back. Now, I don't know if it's going to stay here. We don't know what the market's going to be. And the Fed is coming out this week a little bit heavy. We got the Fed minutes on Wednesday. Tomorrow, they're going to be talking about how the Federal Reserve responded to the pandemic. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But right now, all we can control are the trades that we enter. All we can do is ride the wave. And right now, the market is saving itself around 300. There was some really huge pressure on Friday. It did try to close below 300 on Friday. Didn't happen. And then we had a gap up and then a sell off today. And then it just kept ripping. And then at close, it's really interesting. All the stocks, looking at S&P futures, we're looking at Apple. All the stocks, Tesla at close ripped up hard. Tesla as well ripped up hard. Tesla went all the way down as well to like 950, closed above 1,000. Wish I traded that over Amazon, but here we are. Here we are. Kind of go through some of the trades and kind of what I'm looking at tomorrow. The biggest one today was Facebook. Now, Facebook had a couple trades in there today. I bought the 210 call. We made $110. Then I bought the 212 call. We were just kind of scalping a little bit, getting that Monday confidence building up. And like I said in the live stream this morning, we made $234 realized profits within the hour on Facebook with two trades. And basically, like Facebook, what I've been looking at here is I did put a trade on for pre-earnings. And when it came back down, like I said in the live stream, like when we get down to the bounce area, I thought it potentially could have came down into the low 200s. It did come all the way down to 207, 206, but it just couldn't go any lower, and then it ripped back up. I actually can remove this alert. This is my stop loss here. But what I was looking at is like, okay, is it going to come back down? We had a huge red day over the weekend on Facebook. More companies said they were boycotting ads, but what I did say was, listen, Facebook's going to do all that they can to save this. They're not going to let it go down. Eventually, the stock's going to go down to a price where people are going to start buying again. And here we are. People started buying. It did help that we had a nice push on the market today. But regardless, Facebook came roaring back. It just didn't go. This morning at open, just didn't go down. Went from 207 and just pretty much straight up to 220. We had a little bit of pullback earlier, late morning, I guess I should say. But other than that, just ripping. I definitely wish I still had my Apple calls, but like I said, Monday morning, let's just try to build some confidence with some trades, and Facebook was an easy target. Now, to kind of get into some of my other trades here today, Docusign. Now, Docusign was kind of a pain. I did take a $185 loss on it. I got the 170 call, and the biggest thing I have the 170 call, and I bought the 175 call. Now, the 170 call, the biggest thing with Docusign was it was selling off with the rest of the market. What my mistake was, I got in too early. I got in at 9 a.m., which is right in here, and it looked like it was going to push back up, and then it shook me out, and it did bounce here. I should have just been more patient. I mean, it was a good entry. Instead of selling it for a loss, like I bought it at 545 545 on the 170 call, and it wouldn't have cost me any money or very little. I mean, this thing went from this morning, it went from $9 all the way down to $4.22 at open. I bought at 545, so I bought right in here, and then I sold it down here like a noob. Like I just was like, whoop. So I got a little too early, let it shake me out, and then it came back up and it closed at 520. But this all day it was maintaining like 530, 540, and I do think they were going to gap up, and that's why I got into the 175 call. I got into the 175 call. I do think they were going to gap up. I went a little bit lower risk on it because I was going to hold it overnight. I paid $260 for it. It's currently up $35. I'm up 13% on that, or actually not on that. I'm up, yes, 13%. Sorry. So I am up a little bit on that. So we'll see kind of what happens with Docusign, but I'm looking for a gap up tomorrow, and that way we can close that out. Another stock that was big in the news, I have a position onto it, but basically, as you can see here, I've been bag holding Boeing for a long time. I still have 18 days left on this contract. You can see it's at 82% loss, even with it ripping up here. But Boeing, I mean, just crazy with the 737 MAX news. They're starting to test it out now. I mean, it went from 176 up to 195. I mean, it came back $24 a day. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Really needs to break above 200 to get some momentum. On Boeing. It's still within the range here, so it really needs to break above 200, 210 for it to have more upside. So I'm kind of watching that right now. AMD as well. AMD, last week I sold the credit spread in AMD. It was down a little bit, but now it's coming roaring back. So I think that we're going to be okay on AMD. AMD, we're down $58 because, I mean, AMD saw some crazy price action today. Went from 48, went as high as right now $51, along with, kind of coinciding with MU. Now, MU, I did trade earnings on. I did sell some premium. Premium was coming in around 100%, so I went ahead, sold some premium on MU, and I got 257 credit for two of them. Wrong expiration here. I sold two of them at 49, shorted them 49 strike, calls and put, bought the 45, so $4 wide wings on each side. And kind of what I'm looking for tomorrow, MU's been trading in a really tight range. Tomorrow, what I'm looking at is, let's say 630, just like a 20% reduction. We'll bring it down to 70%. So bring implied volatility down to 17%. What I'm looking at is if it's opening up right now, say like 52, I need it to be below 52. But if it comes in like 51 or 50, we're going to make somewhere around $100. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Now, nothing big here, nothing big. But on MU, what I was looking at, I thought that it might go to the upside here a little bit, but it's still maintaining range where it's kind of like gets topped out around 52. I thought to the downside was like 44, and that's kind of why I sold the options at the money like that and chose the wings that way. So we'll see. Either way, I think that it will come back into range. Even if it doesn't happen tomorrow, maybe Wednesday it'll come back towards 50. I think that it's going to come back pull back a little bit towards 50. Maybe open tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, but that's kind of where I think that's going to pull back to 50. People will take some profits. So that's kind of where Amazon as well. Amazon, I did sell some credit put spreads there in the money for this week expiration. I do need Amazon to be above like 2,700. I am currently up a little bit on that. I was up 5%. It was up more on Amazon, but they just couldn't get their act together here. Amazon, it still closed red, down $12. right? But it did see 26.30 today. It closed $5 above the lows. $50 above the lows, which is amazing. And kind of what I'm looking at here is for it to kind of have another push above the 10-day. It's been right in the 10-day, but as you can see, every time it falls below the 10-day, it pushes back above, and that's what I'm expecting here. I mean, it came back, and now we're sitting almost right at the 10-day. I think it's going to push above 2,700, hopefully tomorrow. We'll see. We will see what happens, but that is kind of what I have going on right now, kind of what I'm thinking regarding Facebook and Amazon and all them. You know, if you watch this video to the end, comment, watch to the end. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.